Hi everyone. No props needed for this seated practice. Unless you like to sit on a small cushion or folded blanket, go ahead and get that underneath your hips. And then just find a comfortable seated position. You can sit Sukhasana like I am, or you can butterfly the legs or stretch the legs out, whatever feels best for you. Give yourself a little wiggle into place. And then as you settle, close or lower your gaze. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And soften your lids. Sit your weight down into your pelvis. And tailbone reaching down, sitting bones, left and right, settling towards the earth. And from that grounded place in your hips, your spine reaching up. Lifting your rib cage away from your pelvis, lifting up through your heart space and up through the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. You can give a little love and attention to your neck, tipping your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take a breath in and out. And coming up through center, same to the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Cycle of breath. And back up through center. Tuning into the unique rhythm of your breath. And maybe for a few cycles of breath, when you exhale, let it come out your mouth. You can call this the letting go breath. You can breathe in deeply to your belly, and when you exhale, just a little sigh out through your lips. Allowing your jaw to relax as your breath moves over your tongue past your lips, your jaw weighing down, bottom teeth coming away from top teeth. Letting go of anything you don't want to hold on to during this practice. Any weight that was on your shoulders, just setting it out, down. The breath guiding you through a little seated cat and cow pose. When you breathe in, arch your spine, your heart pressing forward, your shoulders pulling back. And when you exhale, move the other way, your spine rounding back, your shoulders rolling forward. Back and forth a few times, the movement a little smaller. You don't have to exaggerate too much. Just getting into that rhythm. And then we'll allow the movement to get bigger as we add the arms and some shoulder movement into this. Breathing in, press the heart forward, pull the shoulders back, and the arms come up into this V shape, pulling the hands back in space a few inches. When you exhale and you round the spine back, the heart falls forward, the arms fall forward, scoop down by your sides, and reach back behind you in an inverted V. So it's almost like that skiing down the ski slope kind of pose with the arms. You inhale, arch your heart forward, pull your arms back, V shape. Exhale, round the spine back, sink your heart forward, arms come down and back into that inverted V. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sweep down. So the spine still going back and forth, arching forward, arching back. The shoulders really pulling each way here. Getting some good warmth, some movement, some stretch. And we'll take one more in each direction, sweeping down, curling the spine. Inhale, open up. We'll hold this open shape for a few breaths. Close your eyes, shine your heart forward. Lift your chin a bit. Welcoming joy into your practice, welcoming whatever you need here, this open shape, kind of a chalice to hold whatever you'd like to bring into your practice. And one more breath. And as you exhale, soften the spine back to neutral. Hands can come together down through center. And then bring your hands down by your sides. Lean back into them. Walk them back a few inches and sink into your palms. Unwind the legs if they were folded, or from whatever shape you were in, bring your feet to the floor, your knees up. Walk your feet wider and windshield wiper side to side. Bring some warmth now to the hips, just like we did to the shoulders. Twisting to the spine. Back and forth. One or two more times. Your own range of motion. And then coming back up, walk the feet back in. Sit taller in your spine. If you're on a cushion and you need to resettle, like I do, go ahead and resettle. And then bring your hands to your left leg. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Wiggle again in your hips as you get comfortable. Little flex to that foot. So instead of getting floppy through that right foot, pull your toes back and press out through your heel. The back of your leg gently pressing towards the earth, your kneecap pointing towards the sky. We're going to take a little seated pigeon shape here, opening up the back of the left hip. Bring your left hand to the outside of your knee and scoop your right hand underneath your foot. So you're holding on to that left leg. And then changing the shape of it, lift your left foot towards the right side. So only rotate as much as you're comfortable. Everyone has different hips here. So you may only come a few inches. This may be your stopping point. You may scoop underneath your elbows and really bring that leg up and cradle towards your chest. So we call this a cradle, and you can hear, whether you're cradling up in your arms or you're holding down with your hands, rock the baby. So you can come side to side. You can even bend this leg up, and this can help to intensify the stretch. If you bring your right foot to the floor and bend that knee, you can rest the outside of your left ankle or foot to that knee, or have your hand in between the two. And you can use that leg coming in towards your body to gently press the left leg up in towards your chest a little more. Supports your leg so your arms don't have to work too much. Again, rocking side to side. Soften your shoulders. So notice if your upper body's tensing, you can close your eyes, and sometimes that helps to feel into the shape more. Allow your collarbones to widen, to spread. Check in with your jaw. Notice if you need to give it a little wiggle. Encourage some softness between your teeth. Take one more cycle of breath. If you're rocking, start to come back through center. And if your right leg was stretched or bent up, stretch it back out. Reflex that foot. And take that foot through center just a little bit more. So if your right foot is really lined up with your right hip, line it more up with the center of your pubic bone, or even towards your left hip. And then take your left foot and bring it down to the floor on the outside of your right leg. Now, if that's not possible in your hips, just go to the inside, tuck right in towards the inner thigh. If it's possible to cross over, foot right down to the floor, and hug your inner thigh in towards your belly. Left hand is going to come down to the floor by your side. Right hand is going to come down to the floor by your right side. Sit taller in your spine. Close your eyes. Shoulders roll back and down. Heart lifts up. Left hand, reach up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath, lengthen through your left side body, and then exhale and side stretch over towards the right. You can look down towards the floor. Press down through your left hip so it's not lifting up with your weight, it's grounded. You're lifting up and out of that space, breathing into left side ribs. We're going to flow back and forth from this side stretch into a twist and back. So we'll take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, come up through center, turn your belly towards your inner thigh, and bring your left hand down to the floor behind you. So we'll stay here for a moment, just getting used to this shape. Notice if your foot lifted up, your left foot, if you can press it back down. Belly turns towards your inner left thigh, heart turns towards the left, shoulders relaxed. And your next breath in, gently unwind, bring that arm back up and sink right into your side stretch. And then exhale, come back up, rotate, and rest that hand behind you. And following your breath, inhale, turn the heart forward, side stretch, press down through your hip. Exhale, turn the heart towards the left, bring your hand down behind you. Inhale, forward and side stretch. Exhale, tall spine, heart towards the left. And one more, each way through. Inhale and exhale. Let's pause in that rotation. You can bring your right hand over to your left shin. Help to lift your spine up. Turn your belly, turn your ribs, turn your heart, soften your shoulders. Look back over your left shoulder. And then turn through center, look over through your right shoulder. And turn back through center, look over your left shoulder. And then over your right shoulder. And one more time each way. Back behind you. Looking forward. And then center your chin with your chest, the center of your heart, and gently unwind the rest of your spine. If you're crossed over, bring that foot back to the inside of your leg. Bring your right leg more centered with your right hip. And let your left knee fall out to the side, the sole of your left foot coming to the inner right thigh. And scoot your right hip forward just an inch or so. Turn your belly towards your right leg. Bring your hands to the floor on either side. Take a deep breath in, lift your heart up. And as you exhale with a long spine, fold over that leg, walk the hands forward. Inhale, roll the spine up, sit back up tall. Exhale and walk the hands forward, round the spine over your leg. Exhale and roll up. And then inhale, long spine, come forward, and we're gonna hold for a few breaths. Hang your head, relax your shoulders, hands rest on the floor on either side of your leg. Notice if you're settling your weight into one hip, one sitting bone more than the other. Try to find some balance between the two. Gently flex the right foot. Toes pointing towards the ceiling. Notice the sensation. And feel into the quality of your breath. Full, gentle breaths here. Slowly walking the hands back, stacking your spine back up, head comes back up last. You can bring your left hand underneath your left knee, help it back up. Bring your right knee back up to meet your left. In between sides, let's sit back onto the hands again. Walk the feet wide and windshield wiper the legs. And as you windshield wiper, feel the difference between left and right. Does one leg or one hip feel warmer, looser, able to move more freely than the other? And coming back through center, walking the feet back in, sitting taller, again readjusting your hips if you need to. This time your right foot will stay down on the floor, your left leg is going to stretch out. Sitting up taller in your spine, we're going to cradle that baby again. So you can hold your outer right knee, scoop your left hand underneath your foot, and then rotate that hip as much as is comfortable. And you can stay here holding with your hands again, or scoop into the elbows and cradle up higher towards your chest. Staying with your leg outstretched, or bend that knee up, and you can support your leg and your arms with your knee, bringing it as close as you'd like to bring that leg closer to you and into the sensation. Now, I didn't say this on the other side, probably because my other side wasn't quite as tight and I didn't notice my body doing this. But if your spine starts to round a lot, you're not doing too much good for yourself here. So if you're struggling to get that leg close and it's making your spine round, don't worry so much about pulling your leg in towards your belly. Get that spine tall, lift your heart, and then just pull in the leg as much as is comfortable. You don't have to be tugging on the joint or straining here. Just draw it lightly towards you. Support the leg. And know, again, you can rock the baby here. You're in that cradle. You can rock on the hips. You can explore different kinds of rocking, different movement here. Noticing how your hips feel. And shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. Check in with your jaw. We'll take one more cycle of breath. Then if your left leg was bent up, supporting, we'll stretch it back out. And as we come back down, you can place your right foot down on the inside or cross the left leg over just a tiny bit so that you can place the right foot down on the outside of your left leg. And hands down, one by your left side, one by your right. Press down into the floor to sit taller in your spine. And then left hand will stay on the floor, right hand will come up, reaching towards the sky. Breathe in to lengthen, breathe out, side stretch. You're holding this for a breath or two, feeling into that opening in the ribs. And then slowly coming up through center, rotate, belly turning towards your inner thigh. Bring your right hand down behind you into that twist. And then we're going to flow back and forth. So inhale, turn your heart forward, side stretch. Exhale, heart turns towards the right, hand down behind you. Inhale, turn forward, press down through that right hip as you reach over to the left side. Exhale, lengthen your spine, rotate belly towards your thigh. Let's go one more each way. Inhale and side stretch. Exhale, come up tall, rotate. Again, we're going to hold this one. You can bring your left hand over to your right shin or knee. Sit taller, feel your belly, your ribs, your heart turn into that rotation. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Turn to look back over your right shoulder. And then come through center and turn to look over your left shoulder. Again, inhale one way, look back. Exhale the other way. Look forward. One more each direction, turning your neck to the right and then back over the left. Chin's going to come in center in line with your chest, and then rotate the rest of your body forward. Big breath in and out. You can bring your right foot over to the inside of your left leg. If it was crossed over, bring your left leg a little more in line with your hip, and your right knee falls out. So the sole of your foot comes to your inner left thigh. You can inch your left sitting bone forward just a little bit, and gentle flexion into that foot. Pull your toes back. The back of your leg presses towards the floor softly. Your kneecap points up towards the sky. And turn your torso towards that leg. Hands down to the floor on either side. Deep breath lifts you up, tall through your spine, lifted heart. Exhale, reach over that leg. And then exhale, round up, inhale, round up. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, round back up tall. Exhale, fold long spine over that leg. And last one, inhale, head comes up last. Exhale, folding. We'll hold. Hands on the floor on either side of your legs, shoulders, arms relaxed, head can hang. You feel into your hips. Again, notice if one is really being leaned into more than the other. Try to balance your weight between both sitting bones. Let gravity take your right leg, your right knee. Lengthening your spine, even as you fold over that leg, reaching out through the crown of your head. And finding softness where you can. Check in your face, your shoulders, your upper body, your breath even. Finding that softness. And then slowly start to stack your spine back up. Head comes up last. You can take your right hand underneath your right knee. Help your leg back up. Bring your left leg back up to meet your right. And one more time, you can lean back into your hands. You can walk the feet wider. You can windshield wiper. And feel free to end here with any other seated stretch you'd like. If you want to butterfly and come into a gentle fold over the legs, that can be a nice final option here. Or you can lengthen your legs out in front of you, forward fold, or anything else you'd like in your yoga practice to open, stretch, relieve any tension you may have noticed in that movement. Any spots that need a little more love, take some time, give them that attention, and then you can carry on with the rest of your day or your evening. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.